Okay, let's get into this. So, Ukraine just hit a Russian airfield 600 kilometers from the border, home to bombers that have been pummeling their cities. And they're calling it long-range sanctions. Wait, what? This isn't just another strike, it's a statement. A message that Ukraine can reach deep into Russia's heartland. But here's the thing, why now? Why target an airfield and an oil refinery when the front lines are stuck in a stalemate? Let's break it down. First off, the Engels airfield isn't just any base. It's where Russia's Tu-95 and Tu-160 bombers, those hulking Cold War relics, launch missile strikes into Ukraine, taking out even part of this facility. That's not just tactical, it's psychological. Ukraine's saying, we can hit your symbols of power, not just your front lines. And from my perspective, this is about more than military damage. It's about showing Russia that their own backyard isn't safe. How's that for flipping the script on a defensive war? Then there's the Saratov oil refinery. Now, sure, Russia's an energy giant, but refining capacity matters. Disrupting that supply chain, that's hitting their wallet. Zelensky frames this as sanctions, but let's be real, this is Ukraine weaponizing economic pain. What many people don't realize is that these strikes aren't just about slowing Russian tanks, they're about making Putin's war effort costlier, slower, and more politically volatile. Because if citizens start feeling the pinch, gas prices spiking, shortages hitting home, that's when the narrative shifts. That's when the war stops being over there and becomes personal for Russians. But wait, what about the drones? Russia claims they shot down 635. 6. 3. 5. That number feels inflated. In my opinion, this is where the propaganda war gets wild. Both sides are throwing numbers around to look strong, but the real story is the scale of Ukraine's drone campaign. They're not just annoying Moscow, they're forcing them to divert resources to air defense instead of the front. It's a chess move, trade a few drones for Russian missiles looking skyward instead of eastward. And let's talk logistics hubs. Wildberries, Nova Poshta, these aren't just Amazon knockoffs. Ukraine's argument is that they're supplying the Russian military with tech. But here's the messy part, these are civilian operations. Thousands of jobs, small businesses relying on delivery networks. So when Ukraine hits these sites, they're playing a dangerous game. They're targeting the sinews of Russia's war machine, but at what cost to civilians? And Russia's counterstrikes on Ukrainian warehouses. That's a tit-for-tat that risks collapsing the fragile civilian economy on both sides. A detail I find fascinating. This isn't just a war of armies anymore, it's a war of supply chains, of infrastructure, of who can starve the other's economy faster. If you take a step back, this raises a deeper question, is this the new normal for modern war? No front lines, just endless sabotage. I mean, imagine if every major conflict from now on looks like this, cyber attacks, drones, economic attrition. No flags planted, just spreadsheets tracking who's losing money faster. And where does that leave diplomacy? Because while the US and others talk peace, Ukraine's clearly betting that hitting Russia where it hurts, literally and economically, might force a shift. But will it? Or does this just lock both sides into a longer, nastier grind? So here's my closing thought, these strikes are bold, but are they a breakthrough? Or are we just watching the war evolve into something even scarier, a conflict with no end in sight, just slow erosion? What do you think? Drop your takes below. Because honestly, this isn't just about Ukraine and Russia anymore. This is a blueprint for 21st century warfare, and the world's watching how it plays out.